All right, y'all. Before we dive in, a quick heads up.
This show is raw, real, and definitely not rated PG.
We're talking about adult themes, sexual content, and the kind of stuff you probably don't want blasting through your speakers at work or around your kids.
So grab some headphones, pour your drink of choice, and get comfy.
Oh, and just so we're clear, we are not licensed therapists, counselors, or sex couches. Sex coaches,
Sex coaches.
not sex couches.
We're just a couple of people sharing our lives experiences and sexy adventures and ethical non-monogamy. So with that, pull up a chair and enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Monogamy. I'm Adam.
And I'm Pris.
And today, I wanted to do something a little bit different today. Normally, Pris jumps out and she says all sexy, and today on our Wednesday Quickie. Yeah. I didn't sound as sexy as you. But today, I wanted to interview my wife.
Me?
Yeah. I
Hey.
wanted to interview you today.
Okay.
Okay. As you can see, if you can see, she is not prepared for this 100%.
Am I ever?
No. Pretty much no.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for those who haven't heard past episodes, she's the one that got me in the lifestyle. Without her, I knew what the lifestyle was. I don't think I would have ever explored it as a single person. I don't think I had the sheer fortitude to do it. I couldn't do it. I was scared. And even with her, I was scared.
Yeah.
I'm curious, thinking back on our very first encounter. Do you remember our very first encounter? I can refresh your memory if you don't.
Remind me.
Okay. So as our first encounter as a couple, we invited this guy over.
Oh, yes.
A very buff guy.
Yeah.
And you two made out and it went from there. I basically stood there and I watched you with him. And then at some point I joined.
Yeah.
Because he was struggling to stay hard.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was a good experience. And I know how I felt about it. But I want you to think very far back there. I know it's in the deep recesses of your mind. When you think about that very first time, do you recall what kind of feelings that you were having? Because you and I, you were very protective of me and you were standoffish about the lifestyle and there was some turmoil there. And I'm curious as far as that was concerned, what were you feeling? Like, how did you?
I don't think I was ready. It was more nervous.
Yeah.
I did that thing where I removed myself from the situation, disconnected and just went with the flow. Just went with the flow and the fact that like muscle memory, you know how to make out with a guy, you know how to touch him. It's very nerve-wracking. I'm pretty sure I was very scared. Was he going to like me? Things. I was very insecure about my body.
Really?
Back then.
Yeah.
Let's see, we started in 2012, 2013, 2012.
It was, by that time, we were already living together.
Okay.
It was probably the end of 2012, the start of
So I already had my breasts lifted.
Yeah.
So I had a scar. I was very insecure about that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was overweight, insecure about that. Just everything. So I think I was just
So were you thinking about all of that when it was taking place?
I'm sure I was.
Because you disconnected.
I disconnected, but I'm pretty sure at some point I was like, do I
Really?
look okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course he had trouble staying
trouble.
hard.
Yeah. And then I think I just got on top of you and just started.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that, I think the whole finish, just to paint that picture, is you were riding me.
I was riding you.
And he stood up on the bed and you started
blowing him.
Yeah. And forget it. I couldn't
and then
last.
That was it.
That was the end of it.
So I did it to where it was like, okay, let's get this over with. Once he couldn't like get hard, I was like, okay. Then of course I get inside myself.
Sure.
Because I'm like, was it me? Is it me?
Right.
And you're like, it's not you. And I'm like, okay, what's up with that? Because then it was another time that we got somebody and they couldn't get hard. And I was like,
It happened several
I was like,
times
what is
actually,
wrong? I
and you
mean,
were thinking about it.
now I know what it
Well, yeah,
was,
yeah,
but
we've been down that avenue
yeah, but
now.
I thought it was me. So I think the first time I disconnected, but I'm pretty sure that I felt horrible about myself.
Yeah?
I would get into these little fits in my brain of, is this morally okay?
Yeah, I remember you crying to me about that
That's when we
because
really got into going to church and stuff.
we went to church, but we went to church because you wanted to go to church. So
Mhm.
you were having like this crisis
Yeah.
because you didn't know if it was right.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, a struggle that people have
And
who are involved in religion.
yeah, and I also, once we started getting into it, I was like, is he gonna find somebody better? Of course, that's all, it was always in my head. Is he gonna want something better? Is he gonna find something better? And if I say no, is he gonna keep doing it? So I
Right.
had a lot of like insecurities, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of doubt in our relationship when we first started.
Now, that was the very first experience that we had. And that's how we started was we invited a guy over and I
Right.
watched you and I joined. And so I got to see how I felt about I've
Mhm.
talked on past episodes about obviously I really loved it. But then the next go around,
Was a female.
it was your turn. It
Right.
was your turn to watch me with another woman and you were involved as well. And you remember that pretty well, do you?
I
Or
think so.
okay, so we had this friend. We
Yes.
threw a party,
Yes.
and she was at the party, and
Mhm.
then everybody started dispersing, and she left
Mhm.
everybody else. But then she called us afterwards, and she was like, "Hey, I think I want to come over."
So we had a friend come over after, oh, she stayed after a like Halloween party or something. We had a birthday party or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she stayed and we were like, okay.
She
She
left,
already
she
wanted
changed, and then she came back. When she came back, she was wearing this. It was a very like
bustier.
it was a bustier. Yeah, it had all
Mhm.
these straps and whatnot, and I personally think that she wanted you more than me
Oh,
because she was really trying to explore her girl on girl side. She was always flirting with other girls and that sort of thing. And so it was one of those things where I did get to experience it, but deep down, I didn't feel like she was there for me.
I think you felt like that with every woman
Several. Yeah,
before
several throughout
we
the.
got into a really good community.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
And I think that's so funny because I always think that the woman wants you more.
That is
And
funny.
that's so funny. But
You
yeah,
you remember that. Now, how did you feel watching me with another woman the very first time?
I think I ignored it.
What do you mean?
I didn't really pay attention to it because I remember like giving you the face of, are you done?
Oh, man. That's because I
So,
took a second round and
yeah,
forget
so
it.
stuff like that, I just wasn't mentally ready, prepared. I wasn't mentally prepared for how to tell you how I felt. We did talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, yeah, and
Not in a
we've
very
hashed it
healthy
out.
way.
No, it
It
wasn't a
wasn't a
great
very healthy way,
wasn't a
and
great conversation.
but we both knew that when we were having the conversation.
We did.
We've grown a lot from that.
We have.
So it's a very different situation, but I'm pretty, I know I didn't like it. I didn't like any of the time that you were with any of the women that we were with, just because I felt super insecure.
So even when because that was the second
Right.
opportunity that we had to play as a couple with somebody, and that was with a single again.
Mm.
But then the third time we upped it and we did a couple swap with some good friends. What were your thoughts on that one? Because obviously you saw me with her.
Yeah.
Did you have the same
I
issues with
I
her?
did in the beginning, but not as much because I think you and I were starting to have more conversations about it.
Okay.
We realized that I needed a lot of reassurance afterwards.
The aftercare.
The aftercare. And
Yeah.
so that's where you really started to do that. So after that, nope, it didn't really bother me too much. I found it fun.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
found it fun. I did like couples more so than just having singles
Now, why is that?
because it's like an even thing. Like we just completely swap. And so I'm with somebody, you're with somebody, and then we can come back together. It's more fun for me
Sure.
when everything works out.
Yeah, I can see
You're
that.
there just in case I need you there.
Safety thing?
Yeah, it's a safety thing, and it's also it's safety, comfort, in case the guy doesn't work,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're there. I usually don't interrupt you now. I just be like, all right, this is not working. Let's just walk out. So it is different now. But back then, no, I was super insecure, jealous Priscilla.
Imagine that. Throughout the years, I have always felt like the asshole in the relationship, and more regarding the lifestyle. And the reason being is, and we've had these discussions, I have always been girl crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm attracted to a lot of different women.
Yes.
And I have fantasies. And I'll sit there and I'll tell you a list from A to B.
Yes.
To all the way down to Z.
Yes.
And I'll give you a list of women that I'm interested in. And I've thought about this and I've thought about that, et cetera, et cetera. And every time I ask you, your answer's always, I don't know. Nobody really catches my attention. I don't know.
Yeah. It has to be, it's not that easy for me.
Why is that?
I don't always think about sex.
Yeah.
It is not always on my brain.
It's always on my brain.
Yeah. 2, I just have to, not know something about the person, but feel a vibe.
Yeah.
I could probably make you a list now because now I'm totally different and I really don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different mindset for sure.
That's definitely been a part of the growth that you've had
Yeah.
since we started. But
yeah, because there's men now.
there's men
There
now.
wasn't really
and
men.
previous to recently, it's only been women. So I find that interesting. But
Yeah.
that was something that always caused me struggle to openly discuss certain feelings that I had
I'm
with
so used to
because it was only one-sided.
Yeah, I'm so used to you now telling me, "Oh, I want to sleep with this person." I'm like, "Cool."
Yeah,
It doesn't
it's come a long way because I used to be very standoffish with it.
Yeah.
And I would want to tell you if somebody messaged me that I was interested in, and I would want to say, I remember sitting there several different times over several different occasions and wanting to tell you about message me. And I'm like, how am I going to say this? I'm not going to say it now.
Yeah. Got to catch Priscilla in a good mood.
The next day I'd be like, is it? No, it's
Now
not
I
a good
don't.
idea. Now it's nothing big. I can tell you anything and it's pretty much, and I think what a lot of it has to do with is the fact that you've learned to accept whatever it is I tell you and you don't react.
No, it goes in one ear and comes out the other.
It saturates your brain because it stays there.
It
doesn't go in one ear and out the other.
It doesn't go in one ear and come out the other. It just stays in there. And it's in my little pocket of everybody Adam wants to sleep with in a little bag right there. And then when you tell me it wants to, you're like, oh yeah, I want to sleep with this one. I'm like, oh yeah, you mentioned that one. Yeah. It's not, I think you've proven yourself enough times to know that it's not such a big deal. It's not like you're going to drop what you're doing with me and go and sleep with this person.
There was a time I would have. I think when we were poly,
you would have stopped.
I might have
dropped whatever you were doing with me.
Depends.
And go and sleep with me.
No.
Boy.
I don't think so.
Sir.
I'm going to live.
You would have gotten stabbed so quickly.
I'm going to live to see the end of this podcast.
No, but
So no.
I'm making you a special dinner tonight.
I'll bet. There's never been a time where I have chosen someone over you.
There hasn't been a time where you have chosen anybody over me, but there have been times where you've gotten a little too comfortable in certain things. And it's like, all right, you need to calm down. It's not.
Do you want to explain?
Like when we were poly, you wouldn't have dropped whatever you were doing to go meet with anybody. That wouldn't have been the case. But you would fall deep. And when you were given the opportunity to date other people, you would fall hard. And I was not like that. I would tell you, okay, I think I mentioned it once and I think you got offended by it. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to let you do your thing. And you did. And then you realized, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going a little too, like you would fall hard and those other people would not reciprocate.
Yeah, I kept getting caught in some bad, but I'm that kind of person.
And you are, but now you see, no,
Okay.
You don't now you have certain things that happen and you're like, "Oh shit. Okay, now I know what's happening here." Now if the other person falls hard for you, you do not reciprocate that.
Honestly, your reactions to poly and everything that's happened,
Yeah.
I would not, because I just don't.
I don't think your heart is there where I don't think you do that anymore. You know where our relationship is and what you value with us, that you don't really let that take control of you.
Yeah, no, I have my priorities,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
so, like, when it's told to you or when it's brought up to your attention that it looks a little iffy,
Yeah.
you're very quick to confront it, put a stop to it, and proceed.
Yeah,
It
take
doesn't
a step
affect you.
back.
Yeah, it doesn't affect you anymore. So that's why I'm saying, like, the lifestyle is way more comfortable for me because I am the jealous person in the relationship. I'm the territorial one in the relationship. So you've made it very comfortable for me where I don't have to second guess you. If something is brought up to my attention, then of course I'll talk to you about it. But for the most part, it's your world and whatever you do, you're going to run it by me. It's not like you're by yourself in the lifestyle. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
You can talk to me about
We're
anything.
that couple where we share each other's locations. Before I go anywhere, you know where I'm going and you know who I'm going to see,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
There's very rare, if at all, that we tell each other, "Hey, I'm leaving," and we don't know where we're going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, I don't think it's ever really happened.
No. I don't think
We're
so.
just not like that. So
No. So yeah.
we always know what's going on, and I think that's good to have. But I don't know. I feel like I've learned from the past quite a bit. That's part of growth. Learn from mistakes that were made and things like that, and as things go along. I think that if we ever did poly again, it wouldn't be like the last time. A
No.
lot has changed. A lot of my feelings have changed. I'm not as eager to jump. I felt like I was very eager to jump into anything with anybody.
Yes.
And I think that was a part of my want to feel wanted by somebody else. Obviously, I always felt wanted by you, and I think we've talked about that, but to feel wanted by somebody else, it felt like it could be amazing. And then of course I get involved with people that just ended up leaving me so disappointed. And I think even hurt my self-esteem even more. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Uh,
you've also have the hurt from just regular lifestylers.
oh man.
Yeah. But like now,
Some people can really
but
break you.
you've
Yeah.
actually seen, if you don't see the red flags and I see them, I tell you, and I'm like, okay, you interpret it this way, but they interpret it this way. And it just makes it messy. And you are now fully aware of things like that, which makes the lifestyle easier. For me, I don't have to be on your ass. I don't have to be like, okay, let me see your phone, or
Yeah.
okay, let me go look through your messenger. Like
Which is so
I mean,
invasive.
I never had to ask. I just go. But
Yeah.
I mean, I remember a time where I was scared to even attempt to touch your phone or attempt to get your iPad. And it wasn't anything that you said or did. I was just scared of what
What is he saying?
what I was gonna see.
Yeah.
And a few times it kicked me in the ass. I was like, why the hell did I read that shit? I think you know how I'm gonna react to certain things. So
Yeah, for the most
and I
part.
think you're very respectful in that case.
I try to be.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love me.
Of course. And you're my priority at all
Yeah.
times.
Yes.
So it doesn't really matter what happens with anybody. You're always my number one
Yeah.
priority. I want to protect you from everything. I
Mhm.
definitely don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to
Mhm.
be that person that
Yeah, you get mad at
caused you.
yourself.
Oh,
You
dude,
get
if I
so
know that
mad
I
at
hurt
yourself
your
when you hurt your
feelings,
feelings.
I get so upset
Yes, I know.
that I hurt you feelings,
I
that I
love
get
you.
mad at you. I don't like, you're the last person I've ever wanted to hurt.
Yeah.
And you're my best friend. And so that's the last thing I ever want to do is hurt my best friend.
Yeah.
And so I tend to really go inside myself when something happens.
But you did say something right now that I wanted to tell the listeners and stuff, because you said that's so invasive when I look into your stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
No.
We have access to each other's things now. I don't go into his messenger and stuff like that. I don't feel I need to. If I want to ask him a question, he's going to give me the honesty. But make sure you have that communication with your partner, because I've been told by somebody that, oh, that was really invasive if I looked into their messenger. It's not. If they can't give you the truth, if you have a question, if you have a curiosity about what they're talking to so and ask them. And if they're not giving it to you truthful, then I feel like it's your right as a partner to at least be like, then something's going on. Do you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
there's privacy and then there's relationship privacy. I think they're two different.
They're different. Yeah.
If I was dating you, I wouldn't want to. If we were like dating early, I wouldn't be like, let me look at your phone. We've got 15 years of this. And
I just think that being able to hand you my phone and be like, hey, can you go in there and go into the messages and text so-and-so or whatever, and not have to worry about what you're going to see.
What's going to pop up. Or we have, I see everything, and it's not like I don't have those weird feelings anymore.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of open communication. So you're not snooping through my stuff.
Yes.
But you know that you have access to it. You know that I'm fully confident when I hand you things or whenever I say, get on my Facebook or whatever. I'm obviously not worried about what you're going to see because you have it available to you. And so I think that's all just a part of open communication. I just feel like that's one of those things where if your spouse or partner starts acting real defensive about that, that's normally a major red flag.
Yeah.
And so I've always been just that kind of person that just says, here you go.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking about poly and our time I always talk about it like it's prison, but our 5 years of being polyamorous.
Felt like prison.
You never have a single positive thing to say about it.
No.
And I guess it's fair to say that you never had a positive experience, not even once, with it.
No.
Really?
No.
Wow. That's horrible.
Oh, it wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you.
It wasn't for me. There's nothing that I can say that was positive other than our communication has gotten better.
Our communication
because of that.
Better. So you have nothing to say that is positive that came out of it besides our communication?
No, nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Our communication really got good. Positive wise, I can just say it just wasn't, not in a negative way, it just wasn't for me.
Now, why do you say that it wasn't for you? What was it about it that you really didn't like?
Relationship wise, I can share you sexually with anybody for the most part. I don't want to share my time. You're my time, and with you is my time. I don't want to have to split it with anybody other than my children.
No, we play separately sometimes. So
yeah,
your
that's
is
for
shared.
that. That is, you're just going to go do that and then you're coming back. Do you know what I mean? It's not this, you're building a relationship with somebody when we were poly. That was your girlfriend.
Right.
You were going on dates. You had to buy gifts. You had to put into the relationship.
Had to buy gifts. I didn't buy no gifts.
No, but it's a relationship. When in the lifestyle, they're your friends. You're going to go have sex. You're going to come back.
Yeah, they're your friends. I think that's
they're your
just
friends,
a different situation.
They're your friends, and they know a boundary. They know our boundaries. They know that's all it is. Like, it is friends and sex. There's no more time given. There's no cuddling. There's no, let's go to the movies together. You know what I mean? No dating.
Well, now you're saying this now, but we've had this discussion recently where you said that you're going to start going out more with guys and girls and going separately, go to dinner or whatever.
Like, I thought, I should date somebody. Yeah.
Did you just flip flop on that? Did you just change your mind, or is that something
I'm so busy that it's in there, but I'm so busy that I don't have time.
Yeah.
Like, in theory, it sounded great, but
now going out on dates with people, that sort of thing. would this be a friends with benefits situation, or would this be like actual dating? Would there be
I don't know
somebody that
what
you
that
would
looks like.
regularly see? Would you keep
Yeah.
yourself open to something like
Oh,
that? Or would you be standoffish and never be open to something like
I
that?
don't want to date, and I don't want to be anybody's girlfriend. But if there was somebody nearby who was like, "Hey, I want to go take you out for dinner," and hey, we can go back to the room and mess around. Oh, cool, that I could do.
Okay.
I don't.
So it's more of a friends with
It's a
benefits
friends with
situation.
benefits. Yeah, I just don't have time.
No.
I don't have time, and I don't really want to share my own time with anybody else other than that.
Yeah. I guess you got a point there.
Sorry.
Yeah. And see, that's
And
always.
if it changes, I'll let you know. But as of right now, I don't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's really cool is that you let me do the same, which is nice.
Yeah.
If I have the opportunity, I can go out there and I can go enjoy some time with somebody and see where it goes, that sort of thing.
Relationship wise, like a girlfriend?
No.
Oh, you mean like
What
that?
are we talking
yeah,
about?
friends with benefits.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I always like that. Now, us as a couple, we have a girlfriend. That's a relationship.
Yeah.
So obviously, without putting labels on ourselves, if we were to put a label on ourselves, that's
Nope.
That's the thing.
I mean, it is.
Why are you so in denial about that? I just don't
so in
understand that. You
denial.
have such hatred
So in
towards
denial.
this specific thing because of your past experiences, but then you're here and you're dating someone like we have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
What is that?
She's very easygoing.
So if she wasn't easygoing, this would be a different label?
Be a different label.
That doesn't make sense at all.
Call it whatever you want.
And this is why
Call it whatever
I
you want.
struggle sometimes, because I have to play by her rules, and her rules are not very straightforward sometimes.
But you get to have sex with other people.
I do, but that was part of the lifestyle. That was part of the lifestyle. So in a valid situation like that, where you're around somebody, they're a friend of yours, and you have an opportunity, you're still going to be standoffish with it, even though you're already in this situation?
I have no idea. I could probably say yes right now, but I don't know. I change all the time.
Yeah, you do.
I do. I change all the time, and I change for the better. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I've gotten better.
I think that's probably very common for couples out there. And it's a difficulty sometimes because, and I think we did an episode on it where one partner is on a different level than the other partner.
Yeah.
And you and I have always been on different levels.
I like the friends with benefits, and we have our girlfriend, but it's not as stressful. We see her when we can. We're all very busy.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. Now, if you were to tell me, oh, I'm going to date somebody, I don't think that would sit great with me at all. No. I'd be like, no.
As a relationship,
As
like
a
I'm taking
relationship.
on somebody as a girlfriend.
No, I'd be like,
Yeah.
you can go and have sex with them and whatever, but no.
See, now you're saying no like that, but we always said whenever we agreed to stop being poly after that big
Right.
conversation that we had,
Yeah.
you said, if there was anybody you ever want to date, we could sit and we could talk about it, and we can figure something out. But you're saying no. And by the way, I'm not asking, because I know you're thinking this, I'm not asking because there's somebody I want to date. This is literally just a conversation.
I know that.
Yeah, because anytime I've done this, you're like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, nobody. Jesus, I'm just asking a question.
I don't think at this moment in time right now, in this moment in our lives, I don't think I have the capacity in my brain, in my life, in my heart to even be like, okay, no, yeah,
Well,
no,
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
I just wanted to explore that.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Good.
Yeah.
The lights are bothering me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Can you see? I want to yawn. I just did an inside yawn.
No, don't yawn. Don't
Yeah.
yawn.
Yeah, I don't think I have the brain capacity or the time to even go through Adam wants to date somebody
Yeah.
thing. I don't, yeah.
It's a good thing I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't have it I don't have it.
Yeah.
So if you're asking right now, I'd be like, oh, hell no, baby.
I was just,
Sorry.
I'm just curious, man. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Because
And I understand
you're a
that
bit more complicated than
I
I
am
am.
more complicated, and I understand that you abide. This is us, right?
Yeah.
And you abide and you go with the flow on everything.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
And I am the one that has all the boundaries and rules and whatnot. But it's cool that you go with everything. And I'm sure if something were to pop up, you would bring it up to me, and we can cross that bridge whenever we cross it. But
Well,
who the hell has the capacity to do that,
well,
right?
you can just never know where you're going to be at in 5 years because you've come a long way just
Yeah.
in the past 9 months.
Yeah.
And that's 9 months
9
since we
months.
started the podcast, guys.
Yeah.
It's been 9 months.
I've liked a lot more people.
A lot has changed. She's come a
Yeah.
long way, and I find it fascinating, and I find you fascinating, and I'm really glad that I could take this moment to just sideswipe you and ask these wonderful questions. We're talking about the lifestyle. We're talking about our time when we were polyamorous, all different facets of ethical or consensual non-monogamy.
Yeah.
Obviously, the umbrella term of ethical or consensual non-monogamy.
Yeah.
And all of its offshoots. This is something that we're going to be exploring more as we go along. As we go along with the podcast, we are expanding our universe to just not the sexual aspect of it, but the relationship aspect of it. Several of you out there, you hear our relationship. This is our relationship. This podcast
This is it.
is our labor of love because we're not just talking about politics. We're not talking about what happened during the day. We're talking about our relationship, our sexual relationship, and everything in between. It's all very vulnerable.
Yeah, it's
It's very sometimes difficult and uncomfortable to have those conversations.
As you can tell.
And especially not only to have those conversations, but to do so to all the people we have listening.
Yeah.
And this is definitely a labor of love for us. We love this podcast. We love what we do. We love the time that we spend with each other. But as we're going along, our podcast, just like us in this journey, is growing. And so we will be having a multitude of different episodes that will be dropping over the span of the next few months that will be different, stuff that you may not have expected.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to be very ominous about it because I've got some really cool guests that are booked for the month of September and October. And I think you guys are actually going to be really interested to see where all of this goes.
Nice.
I just wanted to let our listeners know out there that we're really going to be exploring every facet of ethical non-monogamy and exploring every single thing that we don't know. We're going to be talking to some experts and we're going to be learning some new stuff. And I'm really excited to have everybody come along for the journey. On top of all that, September is a wonderful month to do a giveaway. So we're going to be doing a giveaway. We've actually got a sponsor, and it's Forbidden Fruit, which is a wonderful adult store.
It is local, and it's been around.
It's local here in Austin.
It's been around Austin, I want to say 40 years.
Something like that.
So they're very rooted
Since 1981.
Yeah, rooted in Austin. I've been to them plenty of times before when I first lived here.
Yeah, I think that they are a wonderful community presence, which is one of the reasons why we partnered up with them, because they're rooted in the community. We're rooted in the community. And so there's just nobody better to have along.
Yeah.
So we are going to have a giveaway this month for an adult toy.
We'll tell you how to get all those.
We'll be releasing that
details.
information on our social media. So if you don't follow us, go to www.beyond-monogamy.com. You can find all of our socials. You can also find our Reddit community as well as our Discord community. And you're going to want to go in there. You're going to want to talk to the other listeners that are global wide. And you can introduce yourselves. You can throw out show ideas. You can find out about certain episodes and certain guests. There's a lot to be found out. Plus, you and I, we make appearances in there.
We do.
And we talk to our listeners, which is always fun.
We do.
So that's definitely something that you're going to want to do. www.beyond-monogamy.com. Check us out there. And while you're there, toss your email in there and you'll be a part of our monthly newsletter.
Look at him.
That's right. I am doing some things this month. I'm doing some things. So There's a lot of big changes happening. Don't forget, though, that we got the same stuff, which is we are on fullswapradio.com, one of many sexually explicit adult podcasts that are listed, and we are streamed on Thursdays at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
So that's always cool. That's always cool. You can always find us streaming there. Of course, you can find us on every major platform, including YouTube. And we ask that you, if you can subscribe
and share,
if you can share with your friends,
because sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. And like I said, that giveaway is going to be taking place for people who review us.
You have to review us. We're going to give you all the details, but you got to leave us a review. You got to share. You got to follow.
There's a whole thing.
The whole thing.
I'm telling you, if you want something, you got to give something in return. That's the way this works.
That's right.
It's a two-way dance. With that, I really appreciate everybody joining us for this wonderful, intimate moment between me and my wife that was actually not us having sex for once. I appreciate you guys listening and literally joining us in our bedroom. Like, you're here with us.
Thank you.
You're listening. You're taking your time to be a part of our community, and we really appreciate you. And with that, we will see you next week.
Bye.